and they haven't been doing that as well, and not at all. And they need to bounce back, and they're stuck into a trappy match day against a team, an IP that just beat Furia last week. So it's, for me, the most curious one or the most interesting one. And obviously, if you want the big story and the big plays, Furia FaZe is going to be the one that you want to look at.
Yeah, in general, I think we have a lot of room for upsets in SAL, as again, the top four and really the fight for the top six, who goes to playoffs, is still up in the air. Of course, we're only in day 2 out of 9. It's going to take a while until we get there, but still, you can realize that, or you can already imagine that by the end of those 9 play days, a point here, a point there can just completely flip the league on its head. And one of those teams that's trying to break into the top 6 and so far successfully done so is Black Dragons, and is our first team on the chopping block for game number 1, BD versus ENX. Now, Black Dragons, it seems like there's a lot of hype around the squad that as an organization has existed since forever in Siege.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of this lineup, much bigger fan of the lineup than the new logo, but who gives a, you know. You're going to see this guy, Makina. Makina, for me, is the big story about this team. In general, and Muzi as well, but in general, if you look at this lineup and at Black Dragons, you think it's a team that has consistently prospected and found amazing talent in Brazil and has revealed some of the best talent that we have in the world. You know, they've revealed Nest, they've revealed Live. Loira, for example, as the big pickup from G2 coming from the Brazil region. Well, Makina, for me, is that guy. He's dropped amazing numbers. He's got the best EPS score out of anyone in the league right now after 2 play days. Flash3 has had a resurgence. He is blossoming in this new roster. He was the big guy that was letting the team down with Raza Hedge Company Academy at SI, and after being kicked, look at this, still playing Harbage and still dropping double digits on average every single game day. So looking at this lineup, I'm actually super excited, and I want to label them as like the biggest dark horse for me to make it to top 6 initially, then maybe even top 4, and qualify to more international events, because these guys are right now on verge of upsetting big teams, and one good way to do it right now is confirming it against ENX.
That's a lot of hefty praise here, Jack.
It really is. I think, you know, the start the Black Dragons have had, and in reality, it could have been 6 points out of 6 as well, had that game gone the other way in the very final rounds there. I think, you know, this is a team and an organization that fosters talent and brings talent through, as Leo said, but also has aspirations in themselves as well. And if some of the bigger teams, for example, Liquid, for example, Loud, are having slow starts, which they are, they need to be there to capitalize on it, and that's what they're doing. They're doing just that already.
And this game is probably the best opportunity they'll have